Yes!
Hey, what's up everyone out there in YouTube land? I got a new battle for y'all. This is a double battle with my Psychup team. I'm gonna tell you right now, it works out perfectly and my opponent ends up quitting. There's a spoiler of the end. It's just everything that happens in between then is pretty cool. Because I start off with follow me and stockpile as I would typically with this team. Well, first of all, Giratina tries to use Earth Power and it doesn't work. And Skarmory tries to use Steel Wing and it misses, which was pretty cool. So I got a free turn there, and I got my first stockpile up with no damage to Togekiss. Togekiss uses Follow Me again, which I pretty much just don't really have to explain what my Pokemon are doing. Giratina tries using Earth Power again. Skarmory uses Steel Wing this time, and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. No, it really doesn't do a whole lot at all. Mawile gets another stockpile up, so 2 stockpiles, 2 defensive boost. Let's see here. I use another Follow Me, and I think he gets Smart this turn. Let me see. Nope. Giratina still tries to use Earth Power again. It still does not work. Skarmory uses Slash. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage either. Skarmory's not very strong. Like, he probably should have taught it Spikes or something. I don't know. Use it as a singles lead, maybe. But Mawile got his 3rd stockpile off, and Togekiss is fairly powerful still. I use another Follow Me, and here's where he gets smart. Giratina uses Thunder, and does quite a bit of damage to Togekiss, but also activates the Enigma Berry. But he does paralyze Togekiss, but it doesn't really matter because Follow Me has a lot of priority. Then he uses Night Slash, or Skarmory uses Night Slash, and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And I get my Baton Pass. I get a safe Baton Pass in, and I switch to wait for it. Slowbro. I got a little screen laggy there. I use Follow Me again, just as long as Togekiss is here, I'm gonna use him. And then Giratina vanished instantly. Skarmory used Night Slash again, probably hoping for a critical hit or something, and it's doing a little bit more damage than Slash. So, Slowbro used Amnesia just to boost special defense 2 stages. Togekiss keeps using Follow Me. And so Shadow Force becomes useless. Yeah, for normal type being immune to Ghost. I don't know why. Skarmory uses Aerial Ace. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Does about as much as Night Slash did. Slowbro used Curse to boost defense and attack. Speed really doesn't matter for these guys. Let me see, what happens next? Oh yeah, he's paralyzed this turn, but Giratina still attacks him. And Togekiss goes down from a Thunder. But this is actually the perfect time for that to happen, because I'm about to get my 2nd curse. I've got Amnesia, and I've got the 3 stockpiles all on Slowbro. So he is perfect for the Psychup. So he gets his 2nd curse off, so he's got 5 on both defenses and 2 attack boost. So now I throw in my Dust Noir. I used Dust Noir this turn because he had an Infernape I saw on his pass, and I expected him to use it, so I wanted to avoid that with Dust Noir here. I want to avoid getting Metagross roasted, so... And then he gangs up on Dust Noir, takes him down by about a 3rd health, which I was like, aw, you jerk. But I use Psychup on Slowbro, get all those defensive boosts, and then I use Skill Swap to start swaggering Dust Noir. Right now, Dust Noir is pretty well off anyway without that, but I decide to give him the swagger anyway, just because you can never have too many attack boosts. Then he uses Shadow Force, which was probably a bad idea, because that gives me a free turn without worrying about Giratina's attack. And I know that it's not going to kill me. Night Slash didn't do a whole lot of damage. Slowbro uses Swagger, boost his attack 2 stages. So now he's got a triple attack boost. Dusknoir uses Trick Room, so now I have the fastest and strongest and most offensive Pokemon on the field. Actually, I have the 2 most defensive Pokemon on the field. Slowbro gets a 3rd Swagger on, and so now he has 4 times attack power, all 6 attack boost. And I use a Thunder Punch and destroy Skarmory. There was no doubt in my mind he was going to die. This guy didn't seem like he EV trained. He abused his Ubers. Like, he had Dialga and Palkia on the past 2, but one of them he didn't use. I don't know. He used Shadow Force. Shadow Force actually did more than I expected. It's still not a whole lot, but for 5 defensive boost, that was quite a bit. He throws an Infernape, and I was like, he could take whatever Infernape has. I just don't want him to disappear again. Slowbro uses Curse, just, I don't know, as a bluff. Something like that. If he kept track, he would know all the attacks that Slowbro has. Dusknoir uses Shadow Punch and drops Giratina, 1-hit KO. Which was pretty awesome. Giratina's pretty defensive, so taking him down 1 hit's an achievement. But 6 attack boost, yeah, that's not a whole lot. And then in front of you, Shadow Claw, which I didn't see coming, but it didn't do a whole lot of damage anyway, so I was perfectly fine. And now, here is the loading screen, because this is the turn that, I guess he just turns off his Wii. Says communications have been lost. In 3, 2, 1, communications. Yeah, so he just kind of gave up that time. I was like, oh, come on, finish the battle, please. People tend to do that when you have 5 defensive boost and 6 attack boost. So, I don't know. I'm just far too intimidating. My power scared him away, but whatever. Oh yeah, and I now know that I can in fact record voice and video at the same time, so I figured out how to do a Let's Play on the Wii or the Xbox. If you have any suggestions of medium length game, nothing too long, like no Final Fantasies or anything, don't do that. If you got any suggestions for something, nothing too short either, like I'm not gonna do, I don't know, I'm not gonna do like Borderlands or something really short like that. But something with a, I'm really leaning towards Pokemon Coliseum. I don't like XD as much. I do like Pokemon Coliseum though, and I'm leaning towards that. It's not too long of a game. It's got a bunch of little nuances, and it's got some extras in the end to go through, which would be pretty cool. So, whatever. If you have any suggestions, just leave a comment or something. But that's what I'm leaning towards right now, unless I hear something better. So, anyway, this was Ace from RJ Random Productions. Thanks for watching. RJ out.